you know, coming out of this and being more in tune with what that means and how that will show up in the world. I feel like everyone has an opportunity right now to become something, a better version of themselves. And to me, when I come out of this, I feel like I'm going to be the person that more of the person that God intended me to be.
Greetings, my name is Queen Afua. I help people to live a healthy life in body, mind, and spirit. Welcome into the Sacred Circle, where you will find peace, inspiration, and practical tools for living a happy wellness lifestyle. So come inside and make yourself at home. Let me see. Oh, y'all get so much love. Oh, that so much. Greetings, Mama. Oh, that's your phone too. That's Olay. Work it. Yeah. Hey. Come on, let's dance together, girl. Come on. Astrologically, C6, topologically. All right. Hey. Wow. You are no joke. I heard about you before I saw you. And I loved you from that point. I said, Supernova gave me the 411. I said, okay, all of that work, okay. A master martial artist and a yoga teacher, a metaphysician, a hip hop artist, extraordinaire. But then on top of that, your man is Professor Griff. What? Oh no, that's we don't went over the top. Wow, what a sacred union. Professor Griff, I was reading a book last night, the big book. Wow, I think I started reading it for about 4 or 5 hours. Finally, you know, sometimes you get books that you want to get to. Yeah. And then I finally got to it 2 nights ago. Wow, thank you. Oh, please take care of that man, okay? Put him in the bed, massage him, give him the green juices, because he's carrying a lot, and you got to make sure you take care of her, and you run her bath, and give her green juice, and massage her back, because she's carrying a lot, and together you carry the new world. You represent the new world of divine order. Thank you, and good night. And now I'm going to ask the secret. What is your secret? What do you do to keep your union fortified, particularly during these times and all times? Tell us the secret, because people are breaking up and separating. This is the time where we really need to get tighter in our relationships, in our sacred union. Could you please share with us and tell us whatever the Spirit moves you, please share with us.
I think just very brief and very and something very practical. I think the idea of showing one another a level of respect, and that respect comes in different forms, whether it's giving space, offering tea, offering breakfast, offering exercise, offering a walk, offering, okay, you need to go do that, fine. And I think that's one of the main things. That's one of the foundational things. And any couple can do that. You just have to let people be themselves. You understand what I'm saying? I don't necessarily have to say, look, I'm going upstairs to pray and I'm going to need 20 minutes. Just, I'll be back. Give me a minute. I'll be upstairs. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
I don't need 300 texts to let me know you've been up there too long. Come on down. So I think respect in different ways. I think that's one of the foundational things. Yeah.
Yes. And I think that for me, it's really taking the time individually to have your own personal sadhana, that spiritual practice to fortify yourself from the inside, so that when you come back to yourself, so as women, we're not reaching outside of ourselves all day long, expecting our mate to fulfill every need that we have, when we need to be becoming fully resourced on the inside. So really taking that time to tend to your garden, you're doing your spiritual practices, eating the way that we need to be eating clean. You know, I know we on the same page with our dietary lifestyle. So much that I learned from you in becoming a sacred woman, but really leaning on those spiritual practices and taking the time that we have to ourselves to really tend to our inner garden. Because when you come home to yourself on the inside, what is there? So if you're not nourishing and nurturing yourself on the inside, then you have nothing to come home to. And then you're in your masculine reaching outside of yourself, trying to grasp for something that you're supposed to be obtaining on the inside. So that's one of the biggest things for me, is we tend to ourselves, tend to our consistent spiritual practices daily. So that we don't take one day a week to take an hour and do our spiritual practice and think that's enough. It's a daily discipline, a daily practice, so that we can really be fully fortified, so that we can nurture and nourish one another. Because if we're not filled ourselves, we don't have anything to offer.
Exactly.
So I think that's probably my number one would be that.
Well, we actually feel your love. We actually feel we can feel it. We can feel it. It's so energizing. I want to know, well, you told me before, but I want to hear it again. How did y'all meet? I mean, how did y'all actually get together? This dynamic energy of Austin Asar, how did that come together?
Well, the meeting and the getting together is two totally separate. because you kind of think of, because of the age difference. And I think when we met in 1989, centered around that whole atmosphere of concerts and music and that kind of thing. I think people just need to kind of keep in mind, just from the outstart, that both of us are martial artists. Both of us are artists in general, but
I love it. You're both, let me just have a moment. You're both martial artists. To me, that's the love story right there. Okay, please continue.
But both of us are writers.
And
then both of us are teachers. Both of us are students. I think she's more of a student than I am, because she's like the extra student.
I stay in somebody's class.
Right. But in 1989, meeting, and then me having to, knowing that this is a younger woman that I'm meeting, her and her friend Sharia, I was saying to myself, okay, well, the role that I think I need to play is whatever you need as far as the music industry, or just pulling from that big brother. I think that's the role I needed to play. And
we were trying to get a record deal.
Right.
Yeah, I was a teenager. We were trying to get a record deal, and we met. And so he stayed as a big brother throughout me and my best friend's life throughout all these years. But it was only, we didn't see each other very often. We'd see each other at music events or things that would come up. And then I was married for 11 years, and then I got divorced. And about a year later, he and I don't even remember how. He had sent me a message on Facebook, just checking in, and I hadn't seen it. It was a 2-year-old message. So I finally reached back out like, "Hey, peace, how are you? How you been?" He ended up being in the same city I was in, and we were crossing paths, cities, and we got together just to see each other. We hadn't seen each other in probably 10 years, maybe.
Right.
Whoa.
And it was just like brother and sister meeting again, like it was the very first time we met. The very first time I met this man, that I laid eyes on him and we looked at each other, I felt like I knew him. And so he was family from jump. So he was my brother from jump. So it's so funny when you reference Asar and Aset, because it's like, I always joke and say, like, we really are like brother, sister, husband, wife. It's like the story. And so I knew that from jump, but we never in a million years would have thought that almost 30 years later we would have gotten married and be doing this work that we do together in the way that we do it. So
now keep in mind, during that period, I didn't necessarily think she was a foul-mouthed rapper. I'm just like, damn. I'm like, okay.
Like, that's the same.
Wow.
She was 15.
Right?
You were supposed to be keeping a leash on me, like keeping us under control. We was out there just talking about whatever crazy until we got knowledge of self, and then that whole dynamic flipped. And then I left the music industry 20 years ago because of, that not wanting to perpetuate the nonsense that was being spewed by not only myself, but other artists, hip hop artists, that was destructive to our communities. And so I left 20 years ago and went on this spiritual journey, this journey of the self, this journey of becoming, of remembering who I really was all along. And here we are all these years later doing the work that we're doing on a wellness level, on a spiritual level, on a husband and wife, sharing love, love level. So, you know, you never know what path life will take you down and where you'll end up. But it's been a beautiful,
it's been very beautiful. Yeah.
Oh, well, you know, you taught us so much. You have things in common. You're the same mission. And there was deep respect from the beginning. You just had to learn more knowledge of self. And that strengthens the union, because that's holistic, to have healthy relationships.
Absolutely.
So we look for you to have a seminar, a workshop, a class, because that's part of our medicine. That's a part of our healing, to stay, because when you have family, because that's what it's about. When you have family, then you could build a nation, you could build a people.
Absolutely.
So this is a new beginning. We thank you so much. Stay healthy, stay vibrant. And you know what I remember so much? Soldiering. Professor Griff, you was the ultimate. I would put his music on, because put Public Enemy, because that soldiering shaped me up. My father was a Garveyite. So I was raised in the soldiering consciousness. So when I would see you do your turns and your spins and your, I said, yes, I'm in the kitchen doing the same thing. That raised me. So I wanted to say that's a personal thank you, a personal salute.
Oh, give thanks. We appreciate
give
that.
thanks
Salute.
to the royal family. We love you so much. We adore you, and we lift you up all the way to Mother New. And you're getting so much love and appreciation. Keep the union strong. Continue to nurture each other and to love each other through it all.
Oh, give
Am
thanks.
I hearing it? Oh,
We gonna dance again when I see you in August at Return of the God. Hey, come on, Professor.
Oh, no, we
but this is too much fun. I'm having too much fun outside in the world. That's my private life. Okay. It's been exposed. All right. Give thanks and praise. Continued longevity. It's about all that we have endured. It's our time right now. Before it was about us by ourselves and being hosed and burnt to the stake. Now the whole planet. Just pull up a camera. The young people said, my 15-year-old granddaughter said, Grandma, this is different right now because we can pull up a camera in a hot flash and tell the real story. So this generation, we busted it loose. Thank you so much. Love you for eternally. Mwah.
We love you too. Love you too.
Thank you for being with us today. You're with Cheryl James, thank you, my love, for being here with us, Salt. We know you as Salt also. Yes. I am just so excited. And then when we spoke the other day, you said Kazi brought you over when we had our center in Brooklyn.
Yeah, about 10 years ago, I bought some of your products. I was doing a detox. Yeah. You and Kaz been down for years.
Wow. You've been doing a detox all these years?
You know what? I do it every once in a while. Because we all know the benefits. So it's a reset. You know, we got a lot of, you eat bad and get a lot of mess in your system, and you got to flip it around.
So adjust your camera. We can't see your beautiful face.
Adjust your camera. Oh, yeah, we want to see you. Oh, yes.
All that.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
All righty. Well, you know, longevity. Today is about longevity. This is what this whole piece is. I did my headstairs, my inversion. I had my green drink. Then we had the longevity couple, just longevity. And you in your career. We loved you in the beginning. We loved you now. We're going to love you for the future. It's ongoing. So tell us your secrets. Well, you don't tell them all, you know, keep them for yourself. But share your blessings of longevity. What were you able to do that kept you going in your field, in your work, on your purpose?
Oh, wow. That's a good question. First of all, timeless music, you know, making music that lasts, being authentic. I think so, fun fashion and femininity to hip hop. And we set ourselves apart by being original and being ourselves, being true to who we were. And I think a lot of women, a lot of fans, period, men and women could relate to that. Staying on top of your business, reinventing yourself. I love that you're talking about health and wellness, though, because that's something that sometimes we forget when we're so busy and we're chasing that bag and, you know, trying to climb that ladder of success. And then the consistency in the area of health and wellness can fall apart, you know. So at this time right now in my life, it's all about me on that aspect. You know, I've been out there, I've been running hard, and I love to hear you talking about green juice. I feel so good right now to be home, to be able to make my green juice every day.
Come on now.
I got you back.
Wonderful. Yeah. And you've been doing this so much so that your daughter, you told me about your daughter. She's like a general
Yes.
of wellness. So it's in the family.
I call her absolutely. I call her my militant vegan. She's like the most dedicated to the environment and to health and wellness. That's who's here right now. Yeah, she's got me transitioning. I like that you said we're in a transition. You know, she's got me transitioning from being a meat eater to a plant-based eater. And I can tell the difference. We were talking about it the other day. Like it immediately shows up in your body when you start being about that green life, you know. So I'm enjoying
Be about that green life. Come on. Yeah.
We got to
what changes did you see? What are the benefits that you see in making that shift back into your holistic life?
You know what? I was starting to be kind of irritated and anxious, sluggish. I was starting to feel joint pain. I've always been a person who worked out. I do yoga. I do P90X. I'm like an extreme workout person. And I started getting all of these different scenarios going on in my body that we won't go into. But I was like, I need to change. You know, there's something that needs to happen. So she gave me a lot of material to watch and read. And, you know, she, like I said, I live with her. She lives with me. We talk about it all the time. So I finally started making that transition. The only thing I got left is eggs. I haven't let go of eggs yet. But the most part,
try to do that.
Yeah.
Because that causes all the mucus. So, you know, step by step, you know, that's that one more thing you have to do. Give yourself 7 days, right?
Okay.
And just begin to flush and take your master teas, like to clean out the craving, like your red clover or your chaparral, your dandelion. That will clean out the desire. Okay, so that's just a little something to help out. But in terms of your career, Master Herbal, okay? Matter of fact, we'll send you a little gift package.
Thank you.
Okay, how about that? Thank you so much for being with us and encouraging us. Because when a star, that as the stars of Newt, shows that they're into wellness, do you know how many people are healed because of that? When you say, I'm healing myself and I'm taking on a natural lifestyle, the masses, the people, the sisters, the men, the women, they start saying, well, wait a minute. If she can change, maybe I can change. So I want to thank you for saying, I'm in my healing. How about you, right?
In every way, in every way.
But
and
now
I transitioned out of a marriage. You just got me to not say divorce anymore.
No more divorce. Take that out. Zip. Put in transformation. So what does transformation look like?
It's looking like joy. It's looking like peace. Yes, it's looking like, you know what it is? We get in relationships, and a lot of times as women, we naturally put our children and our husband first and everybody else. And the first time my kids are grown, I'm single, I'm embracing being single, and I'm from the place of taking care of me first for the first time in my life. and I
For
love
the
it.
first time.
Yes.
Whoa, for the first time in your life. So you're about
My
to meet a whole new you.
Yes.
Because it's
Yes.
the first time. It's like a whole new relationship. Oh my gosh, it's a whole new relationship.
Myself, Queen.
Wow, I'm going to have a date with me. I'm going to love me. I'm going to take good care of me first before I take care of everybody else. Because see, what women do, we just give.
Yeah.
So we give out and get mad. Or giving too much. So this is your time. High five. Bam. All right. Bam. Now, just one more thing. During this time of retreat, right? We're not using the other word. With our retreat time, just having maybe another month or so.
Yeah.
What have you been able, what are you seeing for your future as a result of being able to go in now and focus and meditate and contemplate and journal? What do you see?
Yeah.
What have you created from inside this powerful retreat time when you come out back in the world in the fullness?
Not only just physical health, but spiritual wellness, getting more connected to my creator, which I've always been that person. I love the Bible says that we are the salt of the earth. We are salt and light. You know, coming out of this and being more in tune with what that means and how that will show up in the world. I feel like everyone has an opportunity right now to become something, a better version of themselves. And to me, when I come out of this, I feel like I'm going to be the person that more of the person that God intended me to be. I got swept up in a lot of people's agendas. Like I said, I was moving way too much. And so this is a time now for me to think about how I want to show up in the world. And I'm excited about that.
Wow. So we're about to go through another trip with you, a mighty, mighty good trip.
Books.
All righty.
Book. I'm so excited.
Well, you shared with us, you opened up and you shared and you let us come into your home, into your heart. We're going to pray you all the way up. For this next journey is going to be phenomenal. And we see that for you. And thank you so much for coming into our sacred circle. Love you now and for all times. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you to all my subscribers. We are giving away a free 7-day detox kit when we reach our milestone goal of 50,000 subscribers to this channel. To enter for your chance to win, all you have to do is subscribe to our channel. Like and comment on this video, and we will choose the winner from the comments section. Thank you for growing with us. Ashe.